Sigmar lied. Sigmar told us we were chosen. Warriors, stolen from death. To be reforged as his weapons. The immortal sons and daughters of the Storm God. Sigmar lied. He never told us the true cost of this honor. Soon, all that will remain of me is an echo, lost to the storm. But until that day, I fight.
Hey folks, Jimmy here, aka Palette of the Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to an update video regarding the new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So, as you will have seen at the beginning of this video, I've included the cinematic launch trailer that they've decided to go for, and yeah, it looks really good. I think they've put in a lot of effort into these cinematic trailers nowadays, and yeah, really good stuff. So obviously we'll address the big kind of elephant really in the room. In February I released a video that was entitled Hear Me Out, and I said I believe that the Skaven are the next big bad and will be included in the next kind of main box for the new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and as you can see in that trailer, lo and behold, I'm actually correct. So we will get new Skaven minis, we will get new Stormcast minis, and everything is not quite right with the Stormcast. So in terms of story, the Mortal Realms are in a state of turmoil, the Stormbringer Crusades have expanded the realms of the cities of Sigmar, and now the Skaven, who have been hiding away in the shadows, have decided to spring forth with their most cunning scheme, the Vermin Doom. So, the Vermin Doom, this scheme brings much of the sub-realm of Blight City into the heart of Akshi, and also tears rents in the reality of the rest of the mortal realms. And yeah, it all goes from there, so everything kicks off from there. So, new Skaven minis. We get Clan Scryer bringing some new weaponry. We've got some fairly older looking minis coming from the looks of it. So we have what look like Jezzail sniper teams. We have a new rattling cannon. We have new everything really. So I'm hoping we get a new Doom wheel in all honesty. But it looks like we're going to get new Claw Lords. We're going to get new Skaven. And obviously we get new Stormcaster Tunnels. So the new Stormcaster Tunnels have a new armor set. In the video, they have used the Hallowed Knights, who are currently struggling to grasp to their last vestiges of humanity throughout all the times that they have been reforged, and now the Hallowed Knights have been called into action once again to fight on battlefields corrupted by Warpstone. Now, if you don't know what Warpstone is, it is generally the raw essence of chaos made physical. So in the world that was, Warpstone was generally regarded as being broken parts of the Chaos Moon Morsleib in the world that was, and the Skaven love the stuff, in all honesty. They eat it, they consume it, they mutates them, it warps them, they utilise it to power weapons, everything. But they absolutely go nuts for the stuff. So, pretty cool stuff there. Now, the other thing that this obviously does, the new Age of Sigmar is going to give us a new lease of life to the game. However, it is going to give us an overhaul to the rules, and they've been rewritten from the ground up. So, this means that really, it should be giving us more accessible games for new players, but it's still going to have the same depth and everything that current players love, and so you shouldn't really miss out if you're new or a current player. So you should have the best of both worlds. The other thing that this is going to do is actually going to rewrite the rules for every faction, and GW have confirmed this on their Warhammer community page. So there will be new war scrolls for every faction. Every faction has had new war scrolls rewritten and reworked. Every army rule has been rewritten and reworked. This does mean that all your current battle tomes are useless, in all honesty. So they kind of do this anyway every time they do a new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar or even Warhammer 40k. They make the battle tomes and codexes kind of useless. They're still usable to an extent, but there's still things that have changed in there and everything like that that you have to utilise, and it's a way of getting you to buy the new version and such like. So this is where the frustrating bit happens. Every battle tome is going to be rendered pointless, which is crap, in all honesty. It's not very, very helpful. However, GW are doing the correct thing. They are releasing an update that will be for free for every faction that you can download at launch. So you can still play the new edition with the new updates for each faction and each war scroll and everything like that, and they will release the battle tomes later on when they rework them a little bit more. And over the years, the company, well, it's generally 3 years, isn't it, really, for every edition, they've said that they will release every new battle tome. So every faction will get their battle tome re-released, essentially, in the newest version, which, yeah, it's good, but obviously, you know, it's costly. It's already an expensive hobby as it is. So, yeah, it swings and roundabouts with this one, in all honesty. Now, there is going to be a new way of playing Age of Sigmar as well. So, the way it works is it's going to take the shape of Spearhead, and much like good old 40k Combat Patrol, it's designed to be a bit of a quicker route. So you buy that one box, you can get it all out of the box, build it all up, paint it, do whatever you want, and start utilising it nearly straight away, and have a quicker game type. So the game should be lasting around about an hour-ish, and and you have enough to get going straight out of that box. So just like Combat Patrol does, that's the idea behind it. So Spearhead is the new way of doing it. You can utilise the Vanguard box doing the Spearhead rules and such like, and in theory they should be relatively balanced. However, I can imagine it's really not. So we'll see on that one. Now, the 4th edition of Age of Sigmar will release this summer. So summer's going to be really exciting. Over the next few months, GW are going to release new updates. They're going to release photos of new minis and such like, and they're going to release loads of goodness that we can enjoy and feast our eyes on and get excited for. And I imagine that GW's website is going to have a massive queue to get onto to get the new edition. There are obviously third-party retailers that you can always go to, so obviously I'm going to go for Wayland Games and Element Games because I have affiliate links. So if you do order from either of them, order from them guys. It gives me a little bit of a kickback as well. It helps support me. Anyway, or you can go to places like Goblin Gaming, Just Play Games, everyone like that. They will have stock. Obviously some of them are smaller than others, so they might not get as much stock as the others. And yeah, so just be patient. In all honesty, I still see boxes of the Dominion set in some third-party retailers, so that's been out for nearly 3 years, and you can still get hold of that box. So if you don't get it on launch, do not worry, because it does generally hang around. So is what it is. Now, the other thing I'm going to quickly go through is what this means for Stormbringer magazine. And in all honesty, it renders it in a limbo. So just exactly like what happened with Mortal Realms magazine and with Warhammer 40k Imperium magazine, and I think Combat Patrol magazine had not Combat Patrol, the previous magazine, good old Conquest, had exactly the same thing. The new editions have released during the back end in the UK of these magazines. However, obviously, these magazines have just released in some places, so like Australia have not long just had it, so it renders it almost useless, but it's not useless. So do not worry about that. Personally, from my point of view, if you are a new player and you're going to collect, say, the Stormcast Eternals, this is still a really good magazine to get. Get your Stormbringer magazine, you're getting a load of minis to cheap. You will be able to utilise them in the next edition of Age of Sigmar anyway, because in all honesty, in the current edition of Age of Sigmar, you can utilise minis that were released in the first edition, which are things like your Liberators and such like. So do not worry, you just have different armor types and such like, so they just have a kind of a change. So if you're painting up one Stormhost, for instance, you can carry on with that Stormhost. You just have kind of different generations, so it's all the times that different parts of them have been reforged. So it does work, and you can utilize it in story if you wanted to. So you could have narrative where you've got like first generation Stormcast Eternals getting killed and coming back as second generation, and then third generation, and then the next generation that's coming along, if you really wanted to. So you can have a bit of fun with it and tell a story with your minis if you wish to. Now, in terms of the rules that you're getting with good old Stormbringer magazine, obviously renders them pretty much pointless, which is annoying, but it is going to happen. It was bound to happen at some point, so it's just a bit of an annoyance. In terms of narrative though, obviously 4th edition just extends onto the narrative at the end, so any of the narrative you're learning with good old Stormbringer magazine currently, and the stories and lore and everything like that, they will stay the same, so they just carry on. It's just all them war scrolls, all the army tactics and such like that, all of them are going to change over time. So it's a bit annoying, but it just is the way it is. It's a way that GW, I think, we're always going to do it. Now, in all honesty, that is it from me. I'm not going to talk any more about the new Age of Sigmar in this video any longer. I'm also not going to talk about any more of other reveals. I will do another video for those, because there are some really good ones. I'm really excited for some of them, but I think this video's gone on for long enough. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below, or if I can answer it, I will. There is always a chance that I can't answer it because I don't know everything. I'm not an insider or anything like that. But we'll see. Personally, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to seeing new Skaven. I'm looking forward to seeing new Stormcast Eternals that I'm going to add to my lines of Sigmar because I haven't kind of done anything with them for a while. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. It should be really, really good fun. It's going to be really enjoyable. But, yeah, some frustration with the changes to rules, which is one of them things, I'm afraid. Now, as I say, that's it from me. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye-bye now.